All right, guys, now you've opened your brokerage account and you got the money funding it on autopilot, hopefully. Now let's start take that money that's going in there on autopilot and turn you from being just a saver into an investor. This is the part where most people get stuck at, right? They put the money in and they don't do anything with it. We're not going to be most people. We're going to take everything to the next level, right? Let me show you how to make every dollar count without guessing or stressing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna buy two things today. We're gonna buy an index and we're gonna buy a stock, right? Now the index that we're gonna buy is the S&P 500, and technically when you go into your app, it's gonna be called an ETF. That stands for Exchange Traded Fund, and think of it as just like there's a whole bunch of people that are way smarter than us that spend all day doing this. They go out and they pick a whole bunch of stocks and put them together, and then we just buy the result of that. A very popular one is the S&P 500. It's 500 of the biggest companies in America. So it's a very, very safe investment. Over the last 30 years, historically, it's always, the value of it has increased. When you go into your app, you're going to type in VOO or SPY, and that will bring up the index. Click buy, do whatever dollar amount you want. Boom, you just moved from being a saver into being an investor. Now you're starting your money to work for you even while you sleep. The next one we're gonna do is we're gonna actually buy an individual stock. Now for your first stock, what I want you to do is think of what you use every day, right? Think of things that you buy, maybe brands that you identify with, things that you like, and let that be your first investment. For the first time out, we're trying to get into the habit of making investments and placing our money there. We're not going to go and jump on the hype and the bandwagons and get on all these trends. That's not what we're doing. We're in here for the long game. We're here for financial freedom. We're in here for our own personal goals. So a lot of times people might flock to something that they know very well, like Apple. Apple has been around for a long time. Its stock has done very well historically. It's a great place to start. When my kids were little, what they do, they played Roblox. I said, what is this Roblox? I don't know what this is. I looked at it and was like, oh, it's actually a pretty big company. So I bought some Roblox when my kids were little. I still have it today. It's maybe a nice chunk of change. So go with what you know and what you're comfortable with. These are the companies that you're going to know the most about initially. And then later on, we'll get into start actually evaluating on what stocks to pick. Also, what you may want to do is from this point on, have the auto purchase turned on. So not just putting the money into the account, but after the money goes into the account,